As Jane Fitzcostellia made her determined march down the main thoroughfare, she was blissfully ignorant of the impending comedic turmoil that awaited her. Let's picture the scene. Jane, striding with bold intent, her gaze affixed on the distant horizon. She's meeting Healy Majili, a man of the town notorious for his eccentricities, a reputation that was about to take a legendary leap. As she nears her destination, she spots Healy in Enfield, his face adorned with an unsettlingly peculiar grin. All of a sudden, a sound akin to a foghorn rips through the air, reverberating across the entire town and beyond. It's Healy, who had just unleashed a fart so deafeningly loud that it could be mistaken for a sonic boom. The look on Jane's face is a kaleidoscope of shock and disbelief. She's far from amused. In fact, she's rooted to the spot in sheer horror. She had been prepared for Healy's idiosyncrasies, but a fart of apocalyptic proportions was nowhere near her expectations. Now picture the ripple effect. The birds, jolted from their peaceful perches, fluttering off into the horizon. An unsuspecting cow grazing nearby, looking up, its bovine eyes bulging in surprise. Healy, standing right there in the middle of it all, grinning like a Cheshire cat, not an ounce of regret in his eyes. News travels fast in this small town. Before long, the entire place is buzzing with the incredible tale of Healy's extraordinary fart. It's the talk of the town. Every corner you turn, you hear whispers and chuckles. The baker, the butcher, even the local candlestick maker, all retelling the unbelievable event to their awestruck customers. Their voices a mixture of fascination and disbelief. And Jane? She's been thrust into the limelight, an unwitting celebrity. Wherever she ventures, she's met with gales of laughter and a relentless barrage of questions. How loud was anyone injured? Did Healy apologise? But Jane is a woman of grace and wit. She navigates this newfound fame with her head held high. She refuses to be ruffled by a fart, no matter how colossal. And that, my dear viewers, is the epic tale of how Jane Fitzcostellia became the most famed witness to the fart that echoed around the world. In the eye of the fart fiasco storm, Jane Fitzcostellia sought refuge in the comforting confines of her kitchen, engaged in creating her beloved Thai green curry. You might question, why Thai green curry? That's because it's not just a dish, but a bouquet of flavours and health benefits that Jane swore by. Let's take you on a gastronomic journey with Jane. To begin, you take coconut oil, a tablespoon, infused with lauric acid that can kill bacteria and viruses, heated gently in a large pan. Then comes tofu, the mainstay of her dish. 200 grams of firm, cubed tofu, golden and slightly crispy after a delicate dance in the pan for 5 to 7 minutes. You then set it apart, preserving its taste and texture for the grand finale. Now begins the aromatic symphony, starting with Thai green curry paste. 2 generous tablespoons of this exquisite blend, cooked until it's fragrant and your kitchen is enveloped by the seductive aroma of a Thai street market. Then a tin of creamy coconut and a cup of vegetable stock are introduced to the melody. Stir fervently, let it simmer, and voila, you've got the base for your curry. Next, the vibrant vegetables. A red pepper finely sliced, a courgette artistically halved lengthwise and sliced, crisp green beans delicately trimmed, a small carrot julienned or thinly sliced. All these veggies are allowed to simmer for 15 to 20 minutes until they're tender, but still retain their lively crunch. The secret behind Jane's heart-winning curry is the balance of texture and taste. Then comes the final flourish. The juice of 1 lime and the crispy tofu you'd set aside earlier. Heat for 2 to 3 minutes and behold, your Thai green curry is ready to serve. Ladle it over steamed jasmine rice or cauliflower rice, garnish with fresh basil, coriander and red chilli slices if you dare to spice it up. And here's a chef's tip from Jane herself. For an extra depth of flavour, stir in a teaspoon of soy sauce or tamari. This curry also pairs wonderfully with a side of cucumber salad for added freshness, providing a delightful contrast of flavours. Even amidst the uproar of a fart fiasco, Jane Fitzcostellia found tranquility, joy and a sense of accomplishment in the art of cooking. It was more than just a curry. It was the symphony of chopping and stirring, the meditative peace of simmering and serving. It was a firm affirmation that in the face of life's farting healy-majeelies, there's always a recipe to restore our senses and bring us back to equilibrium. Equipped with her Thai green curry, Jane Fitzcostellia stood prepared to face the world. Or at least healy-majeeli. After all, sometimes a fart fiasco is best dealt with a bowlful of curry, a dash of courage, and a big, hearty laugh. And now, on to the next adventure, to the goal. Now let us shift our focus from Jane and her delicious curry to another standout star, Miss Belle Pum. Step into the whimsical world of the vibrant Miss Belle Pum, a lady who carries her name with as much flamboyance as her persona. She is the charismatic head of a family that is a true testament to the word unique. In this quirky household, you'll find Miss Belle Pum's sister, Hauve, a fascinating character, round as a ball and made entirely of candy floss. Yes, indeed, candy floss. She has an infectious laugh that lights up an entire room and a fondness for pink polka dot dresses. Now, let's meet the intriguing offspring. Pole, the male polar bear, is the eldest. This stalwart figure carries a sense of wisdom far beyond his years. He enjoys nothing more than a good swim and a hearty salmon for dinner. Then we have the petite yet fiery Nuddles, a female golden bear, and the youngest of the brood. Despite her tender age, she's as feisty as they come, with a fiery temper and a love for honey-glazed pastries. And then, the middle child, the sweet Zoe. She's round, made of candy floss, and sports short yellow hair in pigtails. Her striking resemblance to their mother, Hauve, is unmistakably charming. This family wouldn't be complete without the soulful eyes of their ginger husky Husks. He's the silent guardian of all their secrets and mysteries. If dogs could talk, Husks would be a captivating storyteller. But it's not all sugar and spice in this Pum household. Lurking around the corner is the notorious Horse Magorse, Miss Belle Pum's arch-enemy. Painted by Jane Fitzcostellia and friends, the creators of this video, as the perfect villain, always playing the good guy while framing us as mischievous and outrageous. Adding to this colourful family is Curtelou, Miss Belle Pum's and Hauve's mother. She is so large and round that she has to sit sideways on the couch. But her heart is as vast as her size, and her laughter is contagious. Thus we have the vibrant and eclectic family of Miss Belle Pum. With such a dynamic cast of characters, the adventures awaiting in the world of Miss Belle Pum and her family are endlessly entertaining. So, buckle up, because it's going to be a whirlwind of a journey. Miss Belle Pum, despite her unique quirks, is a woman who possesses a multifaceted array of skills, ballet being one of them. Now, speaking of ballet, it's time to dive deeper into this intriguing aspect of Miss Belle Pum's life. She's renowned for teaching ballet lessons during her off hours, skillfully guiding young and eager learners in the delicate and stately world of ballet. While she is meticulous and patient, her lessons seldom go as seamlessly as a perfectly executed pirouette. There's a certain incident that is etched into the history of her ballet studio. During a high-stakes rehearsal, one of her students suffered an embarrassing bout of liquid diarrhea. Incident spiraled into a spectacle that left everyone in a state of shock. Most notably, the unfortunate soul who was, let's just say, directly in the line of fire. On the other hand, we have our intrepid Jane Fitzcostellia having her own adventures. Jane happens to run a manure truck, a job that is essential yet often overlooked. Just yesterday, she had an eventful journey between Julianstown and Knowle, en route to Gormanstown. It was a typical Friday afternoon, with the clock hovering just past 4:30, when she had an unexpected encounter. A little grey car filled with curious onlookers that abruptly pulled up beside her. As professional as ever, Jane kept her eyes on the road, yet managed to send a waft of farmyard fragrance their way as a quirky greeting. She later apologised for her hurriedness and lack of a proper greeting. Her haste stems from a unique mission to prevent Miss Belle Pum from controlling the town's supply of diarrhea. It's quite the story, brimming with unexpected twists, surprising turns, and yes, an abundance of flatulence. But let's not be hasty in our judgment. These are merely glimpses of their lives, brimming with the unpredictable. Whether it's teaching ballet with all its intricacies or manoeuvring a manure truck through the bustling traffic, these characters navigate their unique paths with unparalleled enthusiasm. They demonstrate that life is unpredictable, often chaotic, and occasionally filled with eruptions of laughter at the most unexpected moments. And so our characters continue to dance through their lives, twirling with ballet, steering manure trucks, and yes, even navigating through an array of farts. In the vibrant world inhabited by Jane Fitzcostellia and the notorious Miss Belle Pum, even the most mundane day can twist into an extraordinary adventure. As the air begins to ripple with an unseen chill, and a sombre, foreboding darkness swallows the once sunny sky, the figure that strikes terror in every heart materializes. Out of thin air appears Miss Belle Pum, the malevolent witch known far and wide for her cruel enchantments and wicked laughter that reverberates through the air, a chilling and haunting melody that sends icy shivers prickling down your spine. Her eyes, as cold as the winter's night, sparkle with malice as with a flick of her bony wrist, she whirls her gnarled finger in the air, weaving a spell that shakes the very core of our world. Her voice, filled with a vile power, thunders through the atmosphere. "To my pet Montessori you shall go!" she cackles manically. And in the blink of an eye, we are transported to a realm where parrots talk in hushed whispers and puppies gambol freely, a magical domain where Miss Belle Pum, the evil witch, rules with an iron fist. In the distance, her triumphant laughter, a chilling echo, gradually fades away. Oh no! Bank! As her voice dwindles, our captivating journey through the enthralling lives of Jane Fitzcostellia, the wicked Miss Belle Pum, and their peculiar world draws to a close. Welcome back, dear viewers. As we reach the conclusion of our journey with Jane Fitzcostellia and Miss Belle Pum, let's pause to reminisce their most unforgettable moments. Recall Jane's comical encounter with Healy Majili, which resulted in the globally infamous fart incident. Certainly that's one for the books. Transitioning to a lighter note, Jane's Thai green curry is one moment we cannot overlook. A recipe so unique it seems to carry a tale of its own. However, it is impossible to cover the story of Jane Fitzcostellia without touching upon her political exploits. She's not just an excellent cook and an adventurer, but also a remarkable politician. Jane's party, the Jane Fitzcostellia D. Bell and Friends, has been making waves in the political scene. Known for their progressive stance and inclusive ideologies, they have been instrumental in driving several impactful policy changes. Jane's charisma, leadership and determination have truly reshaped the political landscape. Moving on, we have Miss Belle Pum's delightful family. Each member, unique in their own way, adds a touch of charm to our story. Then, there were the memorable ballet lessons and the Manure truck incident. A mishap indeed, yet an event that ultimately brought them closer together. The eerie encounter with the Wicked Witch, which transported us to a whimsical realm of chattering parrots and playful puppies, was a chapter where Miss Belle Pum reigned supreme. Now let's talk about the magic show of Miss Belle Pum. It was a night etched in our memories, a summer solstice that echoed with laughter and wonder. When Miss Belle Pum, with her unyielding confidence, conjured not roses but a flurry of multicoloured butterflies, it was a sight to behold. And who could forget the unexpected badger, a comical replacement for the traditional rabbit in the hat? Finally, the grand party at Miss Belle Pum's castle encapsulates our journey. A night filled with unexpected incidents, laughter and memories that will endure. As we bid farewell to Jane Fitzcostellia and Miss Belle Pum, we remember Jane not just for her culinary skills or her hilarious mishaps, but also for her notable contributions in the political arena. Until we meet again, keep laughing, keep living, and remember, life is an adventure waiting to be explored. Welcome back to the world of Miss Belle Pum, dear viewers. As we delve into the unforgettable party at her pet Montessori, we discover an eccentric gathering, brimming with animals, children, parents, and some unexpected guests. Among them is the notorious Horse Magorse, whose arrival ushers in an air of chaos. The unique menu, featuring delicacies such as pig vomit soup, pea drinks, and poo brownies, certainly leaves a mark on the guests, with some even vomiting out their ears, a lady growing hair on her tongue, and a man losing his sight. Amid the commotion, Miss Belle Pum, in her silk pyjamas, embarks on a triumphant chase of Horse Magorse, riding 6 white horses. Meanwhile, the partygoers are introduced to the toilet dance, an essential skill for those in line for the bathroom. The release of 2 dogs from their cage results in a hilarious incident involving an old lady and a magician. Our story takes a turn towards politics as we discuss Jane Fitzcostellia's recent election victory and her upcoming role as the Prime Minister of Ireland. The narrative also revisits Miss Belle Pum's slip-up at the Greenland Cafe, where a chef's vomit was mistaken for salad dressing, adding another layer of humour to our tale. Finally, we take you back to Miss Belle Pum's magic show, a spectacle filled with unexpected surprises and a grievous error involving rotten oranges. As we conclude our journey with Jane Fitzcostellia and Miss Belle Pum, we leave you with a reminder that life is an adventure waiting to be explored, and sometimes that adventure includes a party at a pet Montessori. Welcome back, dear viewers. As we transition from the unforgettable party at Miss Belle Pum's Montessori, we find ourselves amidst the aftermath and unexpected consequences of the evening's chaotic events. The scene opens with a wide shot of the once festive Montessori, now a battlefield of leftovers and remnants of the unconventional dishes, a sight that makes even the strongest stomachs churn. The voiceover describes the reactions of the guests as they regain their senses, with a comedic twist on the bizarre physical effects of the food. The narrative then shifts to Horse McGorse, who, despite being the target of Miss Belle Pum's revenge, manages to escape unscathed, leaving the viewers with a sense of unexpected triumph. Meanwhile, we delve into the political side of things, discussing the repercussions of Jane Fitzcostellia's election victory and the impact it will have on the future of Ireland. The script also revisits the Greenland Cafe incident, emphasising the hilarity of the situation and its effect on Miss Belle Pum's reputation. The toilet dance, now a viral sensation, becomes the latest trend, with people worldwide performing it while waiting in line for the bathroom. The scene concludes with a recap of Miss Belle Pum's magic show, highlighting the spectacle's unexpected surprises and its disastrous end, leaving the viewers in stitches. As we bid you goodbye, we remind you that life is indeed an adventure, filled with unexpected twists and turns. And sometimes those adventures lead you to a party at a pet Montessori. Welcome back, folks! As we venture into the next chapter, we find ourselves back with Miss Belle Pum, who, despite the unfortunate events at the Montessori, has managed to organise a party in her grand castle. The scene opens with a panoramic view of the splendid castle, adorned with twinkling fairy lights, and a sense of grandeur fills the air. Suddenly, a random bus pulls up, and to everyone's horror, they empty their toilets into the cake mixture, a sight equally gut-wrenching and hilarious. The voiceover describes the ensuing chaos with a riotous sense of humour, a vomit fest of epic proportions, painting a picture that's both disgusting and comical. Amidst the pandemonium, a man with a whistle, probably the party's referee, loses his stomach, spraying vomit everywhere. A woman gets an unexpected vomit shower from her sick child, who throws up without any warning, leaving the viewers in stitches. The bizarre imagery continues as a man vomits up a pregnant lady's private hole, covering her unborn baby, a scene that's both shocking and oddly amusing. But the highlight of the scene is Horse McGorse, our enduring hero who, in a twist of fate, gets vomit in his eyes. The narrative captures his hilarious reaction, and the viewers can't help but laugh at his misfortune. As we conclude this unforgettable journey with Jane Fitzcostellia and Miss Belle Pum, the voiceover leaves us with a poignant reminder that life is indeed an adventure waiting to be explored. And sometimes that adventure includes a vomit-filled party at a castle, because why not?